Hey everybody, and welcome to the Hytale trailer breakdown. So, we just got revealed this game. It looks kind of like Minecraft, if I'm not gonna lie a bit, but look at all these cute little aminals. We're going to just break it down here in a minute and just see how things go. So, it looks like there's definitely a lot of animals, and there's like crafting and mining and all this sorts of stuff that you guys can see here. It looks like there's like an owl in a tree right there. There's some deer, some sort of fishing, polar bears, mesa biome. Like, this is crazy. There's like these giant bees, like hello? And look at this combat. It looks like 1.9, but everything they did like good, you know? I don't know. And there's this abominable snowman. He's riding a sheep. That's like the horned sheep or whatever. There's some dude fishing in the tropics. There's a little Finding Nemo Easter egg you just saw there with like Dory and I thought that was kind of funny with Dory and Nemo and Marlin or whatever his name is. And looks like there's some like dungeons, goblins, some like fire dude from hell, giant spiders. That's like a boss or something. It looks like this looks like a big boss fight, and then you can get treasures. But yeah, and then you got community servers, and this is insane to me. This is like literally Hypixel. You have Sky Wars, you see some guys building and fighting, that's insane. Survival games, the walls, it looks like some sort of League of Legends type thing you got going on there. You can watch videos and stuff together, like Rip Rabbit. Rabbit's just dead now. I'm just kidding. But you can make videos too. It looks like it's like some like what's it called? Looks like some like montages are going to like look super solid. But yeah, it's pretty dope. So it looks like the PvP concept is really cool with like some sort of shields and stuff like that. You got like this blocking mechanic that's kind of like 1.9. It looks really nice. It almost looks like everything that they did right with 1.9. But it's just more like clean and it looks a lot better. So I went over to their page and it looks like they have a lot of screen caps that you can see. Alright, so it looks like the inventory layout is a lot similar to Minecraft. It looks like you have statuses up on your left, stuff that you can craft on your right, and then maybe like something that you're looking at or something that you opened. I assume that he opened the workbench in this menu, which is why it's showing the crafting recipes up there in the top. But yeah, I think that's really nice. The menu is pretty cool. You can see the 1 through 9 there, so I think that that's really cool that they're kind of keeping that towards the Minecraft thing, so you can have your 9 slots from the top of your hotbar. Moving on, we have some sort of crafting recipe. It looks like it's for like an iron sword. Looks like in the last picture there was a thing that said like you needed sticks, leather, and iron bar. It looks like he only has the iron bar here. That's a little interesting to me. It's not really showing like it down there on the bottom. It has one of them locked, and then I don't know what the icon is in the middle. But yeah, it looks really nice. Next, it looks like we have a multiplayer map, and it has some sort of quest there in the middle. It says defeat the golem. You can select location or share location, so I assume that it'll like give you a guide where to go, or you can help get like friends to go with you and do it. I'm not sure exactly too much how that works, but that's what it looks like. Next up on the screen you see tooltips, and it looks like there's a lot of swords, or I guess weapons. It looks like it says the Trork sword. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. It says it's very slow, 9.8 DPS. I don't know what that means. Looks like it does 7 to 13 damage, and players have 100 health, so that's kind of interesting. It says it needs 2 hands, so you probably... I guess there's dual wielding in this. I guess that would make sense. But it's a very slow sword, and it has literally like no damage. I think that's kind of interesting that they're going the route of like the Minecraft slow combat type thing. I'm not exactly too sure how I feel about that, but I mean, if it's done right, I can see how it would be really nice. Just getting these kind of swords, I think combat could be a little bit better than Minecraft, because everything has a large cooldown in Minecraft and it's very annoying. It takes like half a second or something like that, but if this game is a lot shorter, it could be really good. My hopes are very up for this game just due to the whole aspect of like that in the trailer, how it was just like kind of seemed like pretty fast combat with a shield and everything like that. But yeah, we also see a fire sword that does 22 to 29 damage, and it says enemies hit have a chance to be set on fire, so it looks like there's gonna be some sort of fire damage. Two-hand sword. I don't know what the numbers on the very bottom left are. It says like 70 on the fire sword, 15 out of the torque sword. Maybe that's durability. I guess that would make sense. Soldier's chest plate. It looks like it has 28 armor protection. I don't know what the 9 hearts is. I don't think it'll give you 9 hearts, but I mean it might give you health or whatever. It protects 13 damage, I assume is what that is. And it looks like it has some sort of like rare, epic, common, like I guess some sort of like how you find them or whatever. Like if you find them in chests or whatever, I guess they're like harder to find, which I guess is kind of interesting. I hope you can at least craft them though, but we'll see how it goes. It says Demonic Axe, 41 to 54 damage, legendary. It's fast. It says consume the soul of your slain enemies, increasing your damage for a limited time. So I guess when you kill someone, it increases the damage. Some of the damage you deal is reflected back at you. That's kind of bad, but it's one-handed axe. It sounds really, really good. So I assume that that's going to be this insane weapon, especially because it's like a legendary like rarity or whatever. But yeah, I think that the weapons are really well designed actually, so we'll see how it goes. So I went to their FAQ page and I just took a couple screen caps of it. So it sounds like it's mostly just going to be like an adventure mode and a mini game type of game. And with some sort of like developers and everything like that, you guys can definitely modify the game and make some sort of creative tools. When I heard that they can modify the game, it kind of spooked me because I thought that there could be some cheaters, and I felt like that was going to be a big issue. But we will address that here in a second. So something that I don't exactly agree with here is that it looks like you can reserve usernames. I don't exactly know if I agree with that, because there's going to be like only one person with one specific name. How it says here that there's only going to be one Bob or one Sally, which I don't exactly agree with, because I feel like that's going to be the same thing as Minecraft, where you sell your accounts just because it has a name. I don't know exactly how I agree with that, and it says that it's going to be available within the next few months, which makes me assume that this game is going to be, like the beta and everything is going to take a long time before it comes out. I would assume maybe February, March is what I would assume, which kind of sucks, it's a long ways away. Alright, so this is probably the best and most exciting piece of news that I have for you guys. So it says, will you support modding? And it says, yes, Hytale was made with creators in mind and includes a comprehensive collection of tools that grant players more creative power than ever, from model creation and animation to filmmaking, in-game scripting, and of course building with blocks. However, to combat abuse, we will not permit modifications to the client itself. With the amount of freedom you're given with Hytale's toolset, however, you won't need to do so. Having a single version of the game to support makes things easier for us developers too. I think that this is very interesting. So it sounds kind of counterintuitive, because it's going to be like you can modify stuff, but you can't modify the game, which I think at first glance sounds kind of like weird. It's like, how does that make any sort of sense? But it makes sense here in a second. It says, how can I extensively mod the game? And it says every aspect of Hytale is customizable, from damage values to animations, models, weather, combat mechanics, and more. Our ambition is to empower our community to make entire new worlds for themselves. We will cover this more deeply in upcoming posts, showcasing the breadth of content you can make. I think that's supposed to be like broad. I don't know. Anyways, I guess that's a word and I just don't understand it. I'm probably dumb. Anyways, so it looks like you can modify like combat and everything like that. So you can modify the way, like how fast things go, how much damage things do, how much stuff things protect and everything like that. So I think that like UHC Hytale might be a really, really good, like interesting thing. And it's probably going to be not too far away, because just of the way that like this way is saying it and everything like that. It looks like, And it's explained here, right here, like how there's like no like client modification. It says that how do players customize their playing experience if the client is not open to modding? And it says when a client connects to a community server with a custom version of the game, a handshake process occurs with all of the required files, data, sounds, models, animations, and so on are downloaded by the client. So it sounds like the server will give you the files to play the game, which I think is really good. That way that there's no way that there's going to be cheaters or anything like that, because the game's going to be downloaded from the server, and then that's how you play. You can't modify the game and join a server. It's not client to server, it's server to client, which I think is going to be insanely beneficial to the game. It's going to stop so many cheaters, and I think that that is so perfect. So I'm really excited for this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think this is going to be a very, very fun game to play. But yeah, that's it. And if there's more news, or I find something else that's kind of interesting that I want to make a video on, I will for sure do it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys all later.